So you've heard of conspiracies, right? But I'm going to tell you a conspiracy theory that may be the worst thing ever. This is the Mandela conspiracy. The conspiracy that we're all living in some kind of parallel universe or some rubbish like that. And I'm going to watch some people who actually believe this, trying to convince us, innocent people, that we are living in some distant galaxy far, far away. I don't know whether this is actually going to be interesting and mind-boggling, as the title suggests, but it's content, so...
Your friends thought you remembered something, but then found out you all remembered it wrong.
This happens all the time. Leave a comment in the comments if this always happens to you.
That's called the Mandela Effect. Remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s?
I also remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, so...
Rather than from illness in 2013. Nelson Mandela's death.
We've already heard this one. No wonder it's 18 minutes. He's telling every fact 3 times.
A prominent South African anti-apartheid revolutionary.
That's weird. I seem to remember him being Australian. One sec, let me just see whether that's just me. My mate just said that he also remembers Nelson Mandela being Australian, so that's like kind of like another Mandela effect that just happened before your eyes.
24. The Berenstain Bears. Many people have fond memories.
What? Why is there just a woman there, like...
However, the books are actually spelled Berenstain Bears.
See, that's really weird, because like this whole time, I've always called them the Berenstain Bears. Yeah, bye. Yeah, that was just my mate Jonathan. He also remembers them being called the Berenstain Bears, so that's kind of weird.
22. Look at the picture for a second. As you can see in the picture, there is nothing in the king's right hand, but many people swear the king was holding a turkey leg in his right hand.
I mean, I remember him carrying a burger, but wait, one sec, let me just call Jonathan.
21. Number of U.S. states.
The Mandela Effect is a bit surprising.
Who the hell are you?
The United States of America is a federal republic consisting of 50 states. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, did they do that right? Yeah, that was good.
So, why do many people recall the United States including 51 or even 52 states?
My guess is Puerto Rico. I don't like... We actually, the last time we did this, we had people in the comment section saying there are 51 states. And I'm like, no, there aren't.
The last time we uploaded this exact video, everyone was like, there are 51 states. But this time, we're going to prove you wrong. We're going to actually count them.
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia. Because we are the champions
Of the world.
But in fact, there is no of the world. The song just ends with "'Cause we are the champions."
No one remembers of the world. What? No. Every time I've heard anyone sing it, it's just ended like that.
The official version. I'm not talking about the live versions that Freddie may have added it to.
Oh, right. So people heard this random live version and thought, oh, he's just singing the original song when he was singing some remix. That's not us living in a parallel universe. That's just a remix adding in an extra line. And people hearing that and thinking that that line was in the original.
I'm sure there are a lot of people that are hoping there was more to that show. I loved that show.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite?
Banter ends at 6:26.
Jif Peanut Butter.
The leading peanut butter in the United States.
What the heck is Jif peanut butter? No one can...
Jif peanut butter is very popular snack,
Jif peanut butter is very popular snack.
but an alternate memory recalling it as Jiffy peanut butter.
Oh, that's why I didn't recognise it. I've always called it Jiffy peanut butter. Yeah. I'll see you on my friend John.
We had a whole bit that happened earlier, but James wasn't recording.
Banter ends at 7:53.
15.
Number 15.
Uh-oh.
Here's the problem with the internet these days.
And one of them is me.
And actually, we're going to bring this up
There's a
on
lot of problems with the internet these days.
You can change...
Banter ends at 9:18.
The iconic line in the film The Empire Strikes Back,
Oh, okay, I have actually seen this film. Don't roast me in the comments.
I am your father.
For a minute there, I thought James Earl Jones was next to me. It was spot on.
Really?
No.
Oh.
I bet you £10 it's gonna come up with another little banter ends at 10 minutes in thing right now.
13. C-3PO's leg. Actually, here's another Star Wars related Mandela effect.
Right, I'm out. Screw you. Screw you and Star Wars. Puh. I've never actually seen Star Wars, it might be good.
In Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, many fans recall seeing C-3PO being completely gold.
That's racist.
12. Lindbergh baby. Charles Augustus Lindbergh Jr., a 20-month-old toddler, was found dead on May 12, 1932. Some people, however, remember the kid was never actually found.
Yeah, but you probably asked them people in 1931.
As some recall it being Lindbergh without the H and Lindbergh.
Just because the name Lindbergh, it would be better if it didn't have the H. And then the fact that it has a H doesn't mean we're an entire different freaking paradox, parallel. I don't even care. Personally, I recall it as Lindbergh, but let's see what John...
Tank Man. Also known as the Unknown Protester, the Tank Man was an unidentified man who stood in front of a column of tanks on June 5th, 1989.
I know this is nothing to do with the Mandela Effect, but why didn't the people in the tanks just, go round him?
But many people have a vivid memory of the man being run over and killed by the tanks.
Why does everyone want people dead? First they have dreams about Mandela dying. Now people are imagining this guy getting completely flattened and squished by a tank.
The famous brand of hot dogs and lunch meats is actually Oscar Mayer, although so many people remember it as Mayer with an E instead of an A in the first syllable. 9.
Leonardo DiCaprio's Oscar.
Speaking of Oscars.
People clearly recall the ceremony where, and I used to be absolutely obsessed with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Banter ends at 12 minutes in.
Do you remember the Monopoly man wearing a monocle?
No.
Well, you're not the only one. However, if you look at him carefully, you'll realize he's not wearing a monocle.
One sec, I've got to look at him really carefully now, just to make sure he doesn't have a monocle. I can confirm he doesn't have a monocle.
Sri Lanka location.
So now everyone thinks entire countries are on the other side of the frickin' globe. The Mandela Effect, everybody.
And most people remember the evil queen in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs going up to her mirror and saying, "Mirror, mirror on the wall." But if you rewatch any version of the movie, you will discover that this phrase has never been there. The real phrase is actually "magic mirror on the wall." That blows my mind.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I've got to go watch Snow White.
Martin Luther King Jr.'s death. Now, the gun was a Remington Game Master rifle, owned and fired by Ray. Nevertheless, many people remembered MLK being killed with another weapon, most likely a handgun or a bomb.
Well, I remember him getting killed by a golden scar, so... Mandela Effect.
I would say let us know if you believe them, but you will.
So the Mandela Effect can be pretty creepy. And also one that I heard that they actually forgot to mention in this video is the fact that at the start of this video, I was wearing a blue shirt, now I'm wearing a black one, so... let me just double check with Jonathan, just in case I'm wrong. That's the end of the video. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you later.